It is true, though. You don't deal in fact when you talk about Trump, though. I agree with him.
No, I do. I'm very.
What's the great replacement theory?
Actually,
Why did you tell your viewers?
You guys get mad about Trump being compared to Hitler.
I know the great replacement
I want to
theory.
suspend the Constitution.
I don't agree. I don't agree with the great replacement theory.
So why was it echoed by Tucker Carlson and Don Jr. yesterday at the rally?
I don't agree with it. What do you want me to say?
So yeah, he said replace. Yes, Don Jr. was speaking. He said replace the immigrants coming to replace us.
Trump was on a softball question by Sean Hannity, and he said he'd be a dictator on day one.
Let me ask you about.
Was teeing him up for a softball question.
But let me ask you about illegal immigration then, Destiny. So we've seen an unbelievably large number of illegal immigrants come in during the Biden-Harris administration. Do you think this is right for America?
I don't think that Republicans think that illegal immigration is a problem right now. In fact, I'm 100% confident.
That wasn't my question.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video. Piers Morgan had a crazy panel, and this time they're not online, they're not over Zoom, they are in person with Destiny, Sarah Palin, and others as well. Things, of course, got very heated between Destiny and between Piers Morgan, but also between all of the guests in reality. But of course, Destiny is the main one that we're going to be talking about in this video because he made himself out to look like an absolute idiot, as Destiny normally does. Let's get into this clip here of this heated debate between Piers Morgan and Destiny in person live on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show.
Go and watch the new Hitler and cheer him up.
Why did a Jewish speaker? Why did a Jewish speaker make lots of anti-immigrant racist remarks? I mean, this is ridiculous. Muslims and Jews. A Muslim guy endorsed Trump on Friday. Does that mean Trump is pro-Muslim? Come on, Piers, you're better than this.
No, I tell you what, you're better than this because when you say it was a Nazi rally,
I didn't say it was a Nazi rally.
You did.
I didn't actually. I said it was a Nazi-style rally.
When you say the Nazi-style rally, you're calling Trump Hitler.
Oh my God. Let me repeat myself. I'm repeating myself. I'm saying that I listened to a rally at which people said things that Nazis said. Do you deny that Joseph Goebbels talked about enemy of the people, that enemy within is a Hitler
So
line?
anyone who uses the phrase enemy of the people is a Nazi?
Not anyone. When Trump consistently uses Trump language, Hitler language, when he says poisoning the blood of the immigrants, was that coincidence as well? Even after he was told that's only from Mein Kampf and he said it again. Was that a coincidence?
It was a Nazi rally to you.
Was that a coincidence?
Was it a Nazi rally?
No. It was a Nazi-style rally. People said absolutely neo-Nazi things.
So these people are capable
Piers,
of
you just want to
perpetrating
get
a
a
Holocaust.
gotcha line, and I want you to do with facts. Is a great replacement theory Nazi theory or not? No. Sorry, facts matter. You can't just say, I'm going to ask you about headline
You're
pictures.
missing my overall point, which is this.
It's not my fault that
my
you don't
point is that
understand
you two are
yesterday.
very exercised about the...
I'm exercised by the fact that you don't deal in facts, Piers. The great replacement
let me get a word in.
No. Great replacement theory is a neo-Nazi theory. Until you address that, I can't continue this conversation.
Let me come to Sarah. I want to move to a different thing because you're not going to address the fact you think
you don't know what the great replacement
You think
theory
they're a
is.
bunch of Nazis, but don't really want to say.
I didn't say watches both of your shows. I love watching you guys do this to each other because watching you guys do it to other people is infuriating, and when you guys go to each other, it's very funny. So
I enjoy it too.
It is true, though. You don't deal in fact when you talk about Trump, though. I agree with him.
No, I do. I'm very.
What's the great replacement theory? Why did you tell your viewers?
You guys get mad about Trump being compared to Hitler.
I know the great replacement
I want to
theory.
suspend the Constitution.
I don't agree with the great replacement theory.
So why was it echoed by Tucker Carlson and Don Jr. yesterday at the rally?
I don't agree with it. What do you want me to say?
So yeah, he said replace. Yes, Don Jr. was speaking. He said replace the immigrants coming to replace us.
Trump was on a softball question by Sean Hannity, and he said he'd be a dictator on day one.
Let me ask you about.
Was teeing him up for a softball question.
But let me ask you about illegal immigration then, Destiny. So we've seen an unbelievably large number of illegal immigrants come in during the Biden-Harris administration. Do you think this is right for America?
I don't think that Republicans think that illegal immigration is a problem right now. In fact, I'm 100% confident.
That wasn't my question. I said you think it's right that between 7 and 10 million people
the reality
have come in illegally.
Here are two facts that nobody will ever talk about. I'll tell you. Here are two facts that we do not have a problem right now with illegal immigration in the United States. We have a problem with asylum seeking. Okay, that's the number one. That's a huge thing. But number two, if this was such a huge problem, why were Republicans so content to pull the plug on it when Donald Trump said, "I need to leave the border open for me to run on this as an election issue"? You know what that tells me? That tells me it was never really a problem in the first place. It was just a talking point.
It's Trump's fault.
Definitionally. Wait.
I don't get this because obviously maybe the Republicans who are holding a position in the government, maybe they made the choice to leave the border open so Trump can run on it, but not the Republican voters. To my knowledge, like I don't know if I didn't vote on that. I don't think the voters voted on that decision. I could be wrong. I'm almost positive that it was only people who are holding government office voted on that decision, and we had no say. So it's not our fault if they did do that. It's not the voters' fault. And obviously we're talking about the voters here. So it's just, man, Destiny just comes up with bad faith question bad faith statement, bad faith answer over and over and over again, man. It's honestly so bored.
I gotta hear this. Do you understand? Do you agree that Donald Trump was the one that told them to pull the plug on the bill?
He said so.
Well, I don't think...
Wait, do you agree that Donald Trump told them, do not vote yes on this bill?
I can try and answer.
Okay.
I don't think he should have been active in getting that bill pulled, because it would have helped. However, and I want to bring Sarah in on this, you cannot dispute there is a massive crisis at the southern border, nor can you dispute...
I'm shocked that you say that Republicans don't believe that the influx of illegal aliens across our borders is not a problem.
Why'd
It
they
is
pull
a
the plug on the
problem.
bill?
It is a problem, and I think it's not just Republicans who recognize that. Look at even the Democrat leaders of cities who are being overrun, their budgets being busted, trying to support the
and they all supported the bill. They supported the bill.
Do you not think blaming Trump for everything is a bit lame?
I'm talking about cities.
They were ready to vote
bring
the
in
bill,
Dave.
and then Trump said, don't do it.
Let me bring in Dave.
Cruz, Langford, all these people said we were going to vote for the bill, and then Trump pulled the plug on
show
it.
where you've not said one critical thing about Donald Trump since it started.
Actually, what I was going to say to you before I got shouted over yet again on my own show, what I was going to say to you was...
I thought it was going to be Dave and Sarah versus me and Destiny, but apparently it's me and Destiny versus Sarah and Piers.
You always like to do this, and it's not true.
I've not heard you say one critical thing about Trump.
When Trump was president, I wrote 110 columns for the Daily Mail about Trump. When he left, I counted negative, positive. It was about a 50-50.
Great, but not today.
So I have been very, very critical of Trump, and I felt he's deserved it. Well, no, because I find that with you, and with Destiny, with great respect to you guys, you absolutely love sticking it to him. When I try and stick it back to your own problems with your own party, you don't want to hear it.
Hey,
the conservatives.
I can assure you I wish that I hadn't heard a bunch of racist stuff last night. I'm just coming on the show to say I heard a bunch of...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Racist stuff last
Dave, let me ask you this, Dave. Trump's most powerful part of his speech last night was his first line, which said, let me start by just saying this. How many of you feel better off than you did 4 years ago? And they all do any of you? And they all shouted no. I can imagine millions of Americans at home who've had an extremely tough 4 years because of massive inflation and huge cost of living problems would all be shouting no as well. That, in the end, I suspect will win Trump the election. Nothing else. I suspect it's actually going to be, well, it'll be the failure to control the border, but it will be predominantly that people feel they are worse off than they were 4 years ago.
Well, I think the thing that really undercuts this pitch from Donald Trump is that he really means 5 years ago. Yeah. You know, like Donald Trump has to run on the first 3 years of his administration and then go, hey, that whole 2020 thing really doesn't count because, like, we got hit with this virus and the Democrats would have done the same thing. Or
is it unreasonable, that position? Given it was a global pandemic.
Well, yes and no.
Given by common consent,
okay, so
America performed better than most countries in the pandemic.
Well, it depends on how you measure.
It's just fundamentally untrue.
It totally depends on how you measure.
Economically, it is believed America performed better than most countries.
We also recovered better, but Biden doesn't get credit for that.
Jeez, guys. I mean, I know it's like a week before an election, man, and everything's just got to get down to this tribal. Like, we got to win this point, man. But just for a second, I will say that it's like, look, on one hand, what Donald Trump benefits from is the fact that the entire Democratic criticism of Donald Trump through 2020 was just that he didn't do more lockdowns and do more, you know what I mean? Like, and so they kind of don't get to say it, but he also doesn't really get. The truth is, 4 years ago from today, a lot of Americans were worse off than they are right now because they were recovering from lockdowns. There were people whose businesses were shut down.
Yeah, but you know, obviously that's an exception to the rule, right? I mean, that's a once in a lifetime thing that happened. And also, I don't really blame Donald Trump for all the lockdowns. I think he is kind of put in a tough spot because he's trying to run, you know, and obviously get the favor of Republicans. A lot of Republicans don't like lockdowns. They don't think they should have happened. But at the time, I mean, we didn't really know what was going on. You know, whenever COVID first hit, I was scared. You know, I remember texting. I was working with my dad at that point, and we were working in an office, and I was like, "Hey, when are we gonna like start working from home, like permanently?" And he just laughed. He was like, LOL. And then we just start getting more and more notifications on your phone, like, oh, another you know, case of COVID has popped up. We don't really know what the hell's going on. You know, stock market crashing, all this stuff. And I think you can give Donald Trump some grace there. I'm hard on Donald Trump as well. I don't like how he's disavowing Project 2025 so much. I don't like how he's so, you know, he's so adamant that he doesn't want to ban abortion. Like, why not? Why don't you want to? It's killing baby. Like, why do you not want to ban killing babies? Also, Project 2025 is not really, there's nothing wrong with it really in my eyes. So I don't know why he's disavowing that so much. But when it comes to the lockdown stuff, I give him some grace because we didn't know what the hell was happening. And I think the best thing for him to do in that moment, if you're putting yourself in his shoes, is like, okay, let's just pause everything and figure everything else out later. Figure out exactly what's going on here later, but let's just pause and play it safe just in case this is something really serious. And I think that's probably the best move. And then we didn't get to see it through and see how Donald Trump would have acted after 2020 once we kind of realized that it's not as bad as we all thought originally that it was going to be or could possibly be. So I give him grace there. I don't understand how you couldn't give him grace there unless you're just a bad faith actor, which Destiny is.
Said from the start of the administration.
In my opinion, if Donald Trump had been a great leader, had actually risen to the moment he was called to, and had gotten Fauci off that task force, and had been against lockdowns, and had kept somewhat of liberty going through that year, he'd be in a much stronger position
the irony, Mehdi?
To say that.
The irony is that Trump in the pandemic actually behaved like a good old-fashioned authoritarian, and you lot screamed it wasn't authoritarian enough.
Well, listen, I will say, I do think... Maybe not.
That's actually a banger line from Piers Morgan there. That is 100% facts. He did what an authoritarian would have done, and they said he should have been more authoritarian. And now they're literally crying because Donald Trump might win and overthrow democracy, be an authoritarian, literally Hitler, all these things. And they're saying that they were begging for more authoritarianism. That Piers Morgan is exactly right there. And Mehdi Hasan and Destiny they have nothing to respond to that because he's 100% correct. I remember Zuby had this tweet back in 2020. Such a great tweet. It was like 20 lessons that he learned from the pandemic or whatever. And I think number one was, in the face of chaos or danger or whatever the case was, whatever word he used, people don't just want authoritarianism, they demand it. And that's facts. It goes right along with what Piers Morgan just said to Dave Smith and Mehdi Hasan and Destiny here, where Trump behaved like an authoritarian, and they said, but this isn't enough authoritarianism. That was their criticism. And now they're trying to fearmonger and trying to win votes for Kamala Harris by saying Trump is going to be such an authoritarian that we shouldn't vote for him. It just makes no sense, man. The left is just full of bad faith actors, and there's no morality, there's no logic or reason. It's all just your side bad, my side good, and they just come up with reasons to justify that. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this heated debate here in person on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Things are really heating up before this next election. It's getting crazy out there. Let me know in the comments though what you think about this whole Destiny versus Piers Morgan situation.